Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Usually Fixing and Tinkering, trying to tie up some loose ends on David's fleet just a little bit. You may recall the last video on his BMW 316 E30, which we've got most of the work done and the car now starts, but there is an issue with the throttle position sensor. We think it's not in the right position, hence why the idle was about 1300. Yeah, quite high. There's a particular way of putting the throttle position sensor on so that it just about clicks, which indicates that the pedal has also been moved. Very BMW like. But we're actually looking at one of David's other BMWs today, and a car that is probably going to go up for sale very soon, but we're trying to get it started. It will be up for sale in the near future, and it is his BMW 316 E30. So this is the 318, sorry, not 316, 318. So we've still got the four-cylinder lump, but just a little bit more capacity. And this engine bay, someone's been spraying it white on the cam cover to match the exterior of the car. But what's nice, I mean, it hasn't been used, that's why we've got a bit of algae growing. It is definitely a project car for somebody, but it's a very solid car in all the right areas. The sills are pretty solid. It's just tiny little bits here and there, but we have this lovely interior. It just smells so nice in here with this red leather interior. It is an automatic as well, as per every single car on my channel, but it is a really nice example, obviously being convertible, yeah, that's your registration at the back. Now the issue with this car is that we have a non-start situation, so it will crank over. The immobilizer comes off quite nicely, but it won't start, and it's quite, there was a couple of ideas we had, but the main one was fuel pump. And if I'll just bring you over here. You've got this scuttle here that just hides the fuel pump relay. Okay, the blue one is the fuel pump relay. We were definitely getting power to that, so but we couldn't hear the pump. So fortunately for us, and not unfortunately for Ford Focus Mark 1 owners who have to drop the tank, getting to the fuel pump is quite a simple task. You just take the back seat up and you have an excess hatch which you just take out, just like that, and we will have access to the fuel pump. Just got some electrical connections here and there, another plug here and there. Take the fuel line off, twist it out. You might need a flathead just to bang it out, and then you can separate the two halves, and I'll show you that right now. As I say, we're going on the BMW E30 Restoration Bible. What a lovely book this is. I think I should do my own Mark 1 Restoration Bible at some point. But yeah, this is the fuel pump and fuel sender. Now I'll just show you this, because the fuel sender goes in like this. It sort of comes out in two pieces. So you're presented kind of with this, and what you have to do is take the 8mm bolts out of this and pull this out. Before, you cannot remove the fuel pump as one unit with the sender. You have to remove the sender first, which is quite weird. So like this. Oh, it's actually got stuck now. There we go. Okay, and just move the sender out the way. We know the sender works, but we might have a dead pump on our hands, because this is just disgusting, this filter bag at the bottom. Yeah. We're going to see if we can try and kick this Bosch fuel pump back into shape. There's no problems with the electrical connections, but it might have died a death. But we're going to clean it up, give it a bit of a bang, and see if it responds to that. Otherwise, it'll be a replacement job, which is not ideal, because David just wants to move it on and get things running for the next owner. So at least it is a movable object and not a museum piece. But that's as simple as it gets. But I'm just going to cut back to after we've actually had a bit of a knock around with this. But I thought I would share this with you. It's a really nice example, this. I mean, we've got the BBS wheels, which is quite common on BMWs. Yeah. I'll tell you what, the leather is such a lovely quality, and the smell is so... It smells like the 1960s in here, but it is absolutely sumptuous. It has a sort of later style radio fitted. It's a nice one. It's got a nice dash mat as well to go on the top. But goodness me, this is really nice. Just the smell of fuel at the moment, but how easy is that just to change your fuel pump? But anyway, I'll cut back in a second. Just trying to slosh this around just to give it a bit of a clean, and then we'll see if we can get this into gear. Yes, I know, it was worth a try. Well, we did give it a clean, guys. I put it back on, I've connected the 2 wires back up, and I've given it a bit of a tap. But unfortunately, we're not getting any signs of life here. You just connect it up, give it a bit of a whack while someone's turning on the ignition, and it's, yeah. What a pity. Okay, we'll just take these connectors out again. What's fascinating is it actually says here, made in the USA. It's a Bosch fuel pump made in the USA. You said that this car was quite popular actually in America, so that would make absolute sense. But yeah, we're going to get the parts number off this, and sorry about this non-episode, but we know what the problem is. Just a new fuel pump was required. Sometimes you can get an old one unseized and unstuck, but in this case I don't think it's necessarily seized because it's just been left standing. I think age has also caught up with it. So anyway, I'll leave you be in another episode where I don't get a BMW finished or started. Take care, guys.